Yo, Little Crab here. We've got Necropolis League starting in a couple days, so I wanted to show you what I plan on league starting for this league, and that is Boneshatter. So, Boneshatter is a great league starter because it's super defensive. It's really easy to get going. You don't need any uniques. There are a couple you can grab to make some improvements, and it can clear just about all the content in the game. It's gonna be slow bossing, but because of the defenses, you're safe. You will clear the stuff. Might use a portal or two. Might take you a little bit longer than if you were doing a different build, but you can clear it all. The gear is super easy to put together on your own. This would be a great SSF league starter if that's what you were going for. It's super easy rares to put together. So my plan on League Start is to run Delve for a few days. This build is great for Delve. Attack speed scales Leap Slam. We get to get through stuff super quickly. We're super defensive. We've got max Chaos Res. The Fourth Vow is a cheap-ish unique you can grab early on that really helps with Delve. Don't need it 6 linked because we've got our 6 link in our axe. So run Delve for a few days. Make some easy currency. Delve has the cheap things that are guaranteed, all your fossils and resonators. But then also, if you hit an Ols and kill the boss and actually drop one of the amulets, that's like hitting the lottery. You get 20 div right away. That can really start your next build. This isn't a build that you can like min-max super well. Like, you can get to 6 million to 8 million DPS super quickly, very easily, on a cheap budget. Like this build, this is from 3.22, and this build was around 8 million DPS at the time. After just straight importing it into Path of Building now, it's at like 6.5 million, which is enough to clear everything early. You don't need more. More is nice, but on a league starter with this sort of gear, you do not need more. So it doesn't scale super well with more investment, but it's great for getting your currency early and then putting that currency into something else. Either changing this character into a different build or starting your next character. So there will be a link in the description to the Path of Building link, but quickly going over the gear, your axe is just going to be physical damage and attack speed. That's it. If you can get a chance to deal double damage on it, that's the next upgrade you could go for. Don't need crit, so it's super easy to roll these. You grab Essence. I can't remember which one. Sorry, I'm doing this on kind of a time crunch. We only got a few days till the league starts. Grab the Essence, that's just flat fizz damage. Slap those on until you get attack speed. You have an open prefix, you're done. You craft on percent increased physical damage, or you gotta annul it and try. So you can grab these fractured ones with the hybrid physical damage and accuracy rating for a good starting point. This one is just a tier 6, was super cheap at the time. We'll see what the prices are next league. It's just the next stepping point. You can roll this weapon without it and then make upgrades super easily. The rest of your gear is gonna be life, armor, if you can get life regen, that's nice, and then chaos res. You're throwing chaos res on everything if you can get it. So the rings, I've got life, res, and damage taken recouped as life, because the way Boneshatter works is you do damage yourself based off of how many stacks you have. You can kill yourself if your attack speed is too high. You just stop attacking for a second and the stacks start to fall off. But gaining damage taken recouped as life is a huge help for that. Because you're hitting yourself. So it gives you a way to sustain even when no one else is hitting you or you can't leech off of someone else. So you want that, and you do want to craft on the non-channeling skills have reduced mana cost. That makes it so we can reserve more of our mana with precision to clear up our accuracy, and that frees up slots on gear. You don't need as much accuracy on your gear after that. Fourth Vow is something you can pick up once you have a little bit of currency to spare. This gives you armor, also applies to chaos damage taken from hits. Our amulet, this is nothing, super basic. We're filling in extra attributes. The other ring, again, damage taken, recouped his life, and your non-channeling skills have reduced mana cost. Gloves, this is where you want to get a bunch of accuracy and attack speed. Then life, res, whatever. Stygian Vises are great. The Magnate Belt is a unique you can use that boosts your damage. And then boots, so this is an important slot. We can get immunity to all ailments using a technique I love using on boots, where you roll the essence of chance to avoid being shocked. You need 52% is what you'd prefer, and then you use the Syrian Exarch implicit to roll chance to avoid being shocked. So you can get 100% chance to avoid being shocked on your boots. Then it's a little expensive, but it's a step, a stepping stone. Then you want to grab Storm Shroud, which modifiers to chance to avoid being shocked apply to all elemental ailments. This will prevent you from being frozen, chilled, ignited. It's great for that. We don't need to worry about poison too much because we have the high chaos res. And then to clear corrupted blood, just get it on your life flask. If you want to go big, you can get it on one of your jewel implicits, but that's a future step. It's not necessary because we're not like starved on flask. We can use a life flask. That covers all the gear. So for the tree, the big things are Storm Shroud, and you want to grab a Glorious Vanity to give you Divine Flesh. All damage taken bypasses Energy Shield, and 50% of elemental damage taken is Chaos damage and max Chaos res. Because we already are maxing our Chaos res, this gives us 80% Chaos res. It really helps with elemental damage taken. It goes great with the Fourth Vow because armor also applies to chaos damage taken. So now you're kind of double dipping that armor into all of the resistances. So for our skill gems, we have Awakened Brutality, Ruthless, Impale, Boneshatter, obviously Awakened Melee Physical Damage, and Close Combat Support. And then Blood Rage and Berserk. So we are getting Rage from Warlord's Mark. Cursed enemies grant 20 Rage over 1 second when they're stunned. This is just going on a cast when damage taken support. So this gives us Rage, which means we can use Berserk. Really helps with the single target. Our chest piece, we're using a Val Ancestral War Chief, multiple totems, Ancestral Protector, and we have Ancestral Cry on a left click. We're not going to be able to left click skills in this season or in this league, so we will have to attach it to the new support. I can't remember what it's called. I'm so sorry. But, you can drop Flame Dash. You want Flame Dash if you're doing Cirrus or Maven. You can swap that in when needed. But in general, it's not on my bar. I would take it out, attach the whatever new support that auto uses War Cries, because you can't bind it to left click anymore. And then our auras, we have Precision, Termination, Pride, and War Banner. We are reserving a little bit of life. Which one do I have? We have Precision on an Arrogance support. So we can take... Which one is it? +1 to all max elemental resistances if you have reserved life and mana. That just gives us a free +1 to all res. And then this is your cast when damage taken setup. We got Life Tap, Molten Shell, Warlord's Mark. Again, this is a league starter, and this is what you're going to use to piggyback into your next build. This will make you money doing anything early, and then just swap it over, get your next build going. Once you're making that big money from doing whatever you want, this build I love doing Breach. This build isn't a speed clearer. Legion and Breach are going to be a little iffy. It's great for Expedition. Heist would be great. Again, Delve is where this really, really shines. You can get pretty deep. You know, 300 to 500 is basically all you need to go to. And it just chills down there perfectly fine. So yeah, that's my league start plan. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your league starts. Peace out.